This is Ola, man of Prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoyed this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife Lola and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and #1 Red Flag. Yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here.
Wọ́n yìí bá ṣayé bá ti fẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ so. Wọ́n yìí bá lórí ayé kò lórí ojú. Wọ́n yìí bá sáfẹ́fẹ́ lówó. Wọ́n yìí bá pé kórùn máa lọ. Agbára yìí bá pa wọ́n bí ọtí ẹ̀jẹ̀ so. Wọ́n yìí bá kọjú ìjà sọ lọ́rùn tẹ́jú. Ènìyàn àárọ̀ níbí ẹ má kú ìyàwó ẹ̀ oṣù. Ẹ má jù.
I'ma kick back when you fake like that.
The new Infiniti QX60.
Won't you let me go?
True luxury.
Irú ọlọ́run ni kò sí o, ayé lè tiẹ̀ lẹ́yàwó. Níbo lẹ fi tolúwa sí o, sórí òjò lóṣù dẹ́dẹ́dẹ́. Àwọn òmàmọ́ mi tó máa rà sí o. Ènìyàn ló ní bí ọlọ́run bẹ̀rù wọlé. Àsọ̀rọ̀ báyé ìwọ kọ́ ló dàbí o.
This is Ola, man of Prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoyed this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife Lola and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and #1 Red Flag. Yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here.
Ènìyàn àárọ̀ nígbì, èèyàn yìí bá dára bí ọmọdé, wọ́n yìí bá dé lójú wọn. Wọ́n yìí bá ṣayé bá ti fẹ́ ẹ̀jẹ̀ so. Wọ́n yìí bá lórí ayé kò lórí ojú. Wọ́n yìí bá sáfẹ́fẹ́ lówó. Wọ́n yìí bá pé kórùn máa lọ. Agbára yìí bá pa wọ́n bí ọtí ẹ̀jẹ̀ so. Wọ́n yìí bá kọjú ìjà sọ lọ́rùn tẹ́jú. Ènìyàn àárọ̀ níbí ẹ má kú ìyàwó ẹ̀ oṣù. Ẹ má jù ẹlẹ́dà ìgbàgbé mi. Èrò rere ló ní síwá o. Ènìyàn fíra ewé ọlọ́run. Àjẹ́ra ẹ̀jẹ̀ so. Erùpẹ̀ lásán ṣàlàjẹ́. Irú ọlọ́run ni kò sí o, ayé lè tiẹ̀ lẹ́yàwó. Níbo lẹ fi tolúwa sí o, sórí òjò lóṣù dẹ́dẹ́dẹ́. Àwọn òmàmọ́ mi tó máa rà sí o. Ènìyàn ló ní bí ọlọ́run bẹ̀rù wọlé. Àsọ̀rọ̀ báyé ìwọ kọ́ ló dàbí o. I don't need ibi o. Oshubalere o. Oshubalere, Oshubalere. Dr. Bisoyi, come on, go get it. Dr. Bisoyi, come on, go get it. Oshubalere, Oshubalere. Mr. Posh, Oshubalere, Oshubalere. HSO, Oshubalere, Oshubalere. Oshubalere, Oshubalere. Oshubalere, Oshubalere. Come on, over there, Ayika kilo we know ye. Akọni ìgbàgbọ́ ilé.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see you. My name is Ola, coming to you live from my Empire Pro Studios. We have a show lined up for you today as usual. Welcome back. This is Man of Prestige. This is the Prestige family. What we do here is we extract life and relationship lessons from trendy topics. Okay, we extract life and relationship topics. Sorry, life and relationship lessons from trendy topics. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back. Natu, I see you. Anna, how are you, Natu? Good to see you, Natu. I hope you're doing well. All right. So we have a show today, of course. Like I've said already, where I'm trying out this dual live thing, the mobile thing. So if you're finding that we're a little bit scattered all over the place, don't worry. It's the same show. We're here, we're live, and we're going to walk away with a lot of value, but we're also going to have a good time. Shout out to all the sponsors. Always appreciate you for supporting the platform, sharing the information, hitting the like button. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. Let's help the platform. All right, so today we're talking about the new evidence. It's a new evidence that's been released. I've seen them on Instagram. I'm going to show them to you. I had said that I wasn't going to go backwards into 2018 when it comes to the Regina Daniels and the Nwoko case. But then we're seeing some interesting stuff. But I think it's very important that we highlight some of the issues between Sowore, Omoyele Sowore, AAC's presidential candidate back in 2019 and 2023 in Nigeria, and Senator Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Nwoko, who is the estranged husband of Regina Daniels. So, of course, we've been covering the scatterment of their relationship, their marriage. Of course, we don't want to see things like that, but these tough times is where we get the best lessons from. And I know some of you don't mind seeing it because you can't stand polygamy, but I don't think polygamy is the issue. Polygamy is like social media. It's like, it just has a tendency to magnify things. All right. So that's how that works. So shout out to shout out to Michael Stevens in the chat. Shout out to Ebere Uzue. Let's just say Ebere, okay. I think Ebere is saying, where's the link? I'll drop the link in a little bit, but I want to do this story first. Hello, Nikus. Good to see you. Nikus Pepe Talks. Good to see you. You're on time. We're just getting started. Welcome. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna cover the story real quick, and then I'll drop the link shortly. Ebere. I was struggling with the art thing, the username. Your username is quite long. All right, welcome, Biba. Good to see you. So they're saying, here's what they're saying. They're saying there's a new evidence. Well, Sowore is talking. Sowore has been covering this, but it looks like there's a backstory to Showore's issues with Nwoko. So we're also going to cover that. So it can be fair to Nwoko because he's been feeling like we've been ganging up on him. So I'm going to try to be fair, but I have to go all the way back. So I don't know if going all the way back will support him, but we're just going to do that anyway. But what we're looking at is Sowore is releasing some information. You know, Sowore is releasing some information. This is one of them. Okay. This is one of them right here. I'm seeing it. All the blogs have been carrying it for a few hours. So, and I'm going to read it, see if we can get some lessons out of it. All right, interesting. So this one right here says, let's see, let me just close this page right here. So what had happened was on October 18, Regina Daniels, who is a estranged wife to Senator Nwoko, had released a video of Regina Daniels crying, saying that she's a queen in her own house, but in Nwoko's house, she's a nobody. Now, obviously, she was crying, okay? So she was clearly upset. If it was real or if it wasn't, it doesn't matter, okay? Bottom line is that she was upset. When you're upset, what you're saying is the last thing that I really want to be assessing, especially in a marriage or relationship situation. Most people will be saying things that they don't necessarily mean to say when they're upset. Even if there's truth or lies in it, it really doesn't matter. But what we can take out of that is that she was clearly upset. On October 19, Nwoko released a statement that she's on drugs, something like that, that she's abused drugs and alcohol. I just noticed that yesterday, that he actually released that himself. Several days later on, it became even more of a brouhaha. He released another statement, throwing his wife under the bus, and also mentioning some other family members' name and friends as they were all doing drugs together. At that point in time, of course, we now said, oh, okay, he's caught up in his emotions too. You know, so welcome, Marriott. Yes, we're still on the Grandpa Ned Nwoko. All right, so Yele Omoyele Sowore 3 hours ago released this statement. Well, no, it was published. Let me get it right, okay? It was published on Istanbul, Nigeria 3 hours ago, but I know it's within the last few hours that he released them. There you go. Okay, this was 4 hours ago. Let me just share his own page. This is Yele Sowore's page. So he said, evidence now available suggests that Senator Nwoko for Senate traveled internationally with his now temporarily estranged wife, Regina Daniels, at the time when it is clear that Senator Prince Nwoko traveled internationally with his now temporarily estranged wife, Regina Daniels, when she was still a minor. Records, as you can see, there's a screenshot on the screen. Let me make it bigger so you can see it. All right. He has a screenshot of what looks like Regina Daniels, some kind of card or passport photograph or passport identification official document. I don't know what it is. Let me see. ECOWAS. It looks like it's a passport. Yeah. With her full name on it. And you can clearly say that's her face. And it says 10 October 2001. A lot of the argument has been, was she really born in 2001 or 2000? Senator Nwoko has come out to say no, she was 19 at the time, meaning she was born in 2000, but he's not calculating the month because they said they got married in May. But our birthday is October. So even if it was year 2000, she wouldn't be turning 19 until October. So she would be 18 when they got married. If it was May, I'm just going by what I've seen on the internet, okay? So according to Sowore on his page, his caption says records indicate she was born in October 2001 and that their marriage took place in May 2019 when she was 17 years old. Nwoko changed Regina Daniels' name from Regina Nneamaka Favor Odiogu to Regina Daniels. He, Nwoko, obtained, let me open this page because I might need it later on. Obtained, let's see, I'll open hers too. Nwoko obtained a fake INEC Nigerian voter card to conceal her age after introducing her to drugs to enable him to force himself on her. What are the likelihood that Sowore would lie about this? I'll say anybody can lie, but it's almost none if we go by his track record, right? Sowore Omoyele Sowore is the publisher, the editor-in-chief at Sahara Reporters, okay? But he was also presidential candidate. He's also a politician by career. I don't think he's ever gotten up to 5,000 votes. Okay, maybe a little bit more than that. But he's a well-known journalist. Let's just say it like that. Shout out to Omoyele Sowore. So anyway, they obtained a fake INEC Nigeria voters card to conceal her age after introducing her to drugs to enable him to force himself. I don't want to blind you. Just look at their pictures, okay? I'll read it to you. No worries. No worry. All right. So, introducing her to drugs to enable him to force himself on her. All right. What are the chances that this girl cannot by herself in her right mind be able to sleep with Nwoko? I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Sometimes money can make people sexy. So it is what it is. He's a senator. Okay, he's a powerful man in Nigeria. Senator Prince Nwoko has traveled with Regina Daniels to Jordan, UAE. Okay, United Emirates of United something of Emirates, Egypt, with her only passport showing she was underage when Nwoko married Gina. But for some curious reasons, never took her to England, the US, or Europe because he knew the implications. So I was hearing someone else yesterday, I'm not sure which show it was. Somebody was saying, has she ever go to US before? Somebody said, yes, she has gone to US. I'm like, why is that like something that no one was sure of? Has she ever gone to US before? Some of you are fans. Has she ever gone to US before or to Europe? Okay, we know she's gone to Dubai, probably, right? According to Sowore, she's gone to Jordan. And Baba was also insisting that she goes to Jordan for rehab. Interesting. Okay, so let's continue. He never took her to England, the US, or Europe because he knew the implications. This latest revelation raises serious legal and ethical questions that can never be ignored. The facts, as they stand, point to a violation of both moral and statutory boundaries, and the truth will soon be fully public. No amount of influence or political power should shield anyone from accountability when such grave issues are involved. Keep in mind, we're talking about child marriage here, and everybody has been asking for evidence. And what I'm looking at on my screen is a screenshot of what looks like an ECOWAS passport with her name, her full legal name before her name was changed, saying 2001 birthday. So unless Sowore is making it up, because again, this is still a VDM style evidence. It's a screenshot. We're looking at it in 2D. I don't have it in my hands, okay? Crooked All Progressives Congress Senator Prince Nwoko is fully exposed now. All right. So far, ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts?
So far, what are your thoughts? Let me know what are your thoughts so far. Hello, Dupsy East Thoughts. Welcome. Good to see you. Why is Pa Chinedu forging documents? That is a jump question, Marriott. This is a normal thing. As per normal thing. He's gonna have a lot more information to debunk. Okay. Now let's go back to 2019. Okay. Let's go back to 2019 because it's very important. Everybody's asking, what's your business, Sowore? Why are you so concerned about this? Mind your business. Well, anything Nigeria is Sowore's business. We can all agree on that, unless you just want to be disingenuous. Anything Nigeria business is his business. That's what he came off of. Sowore has been following politics for a long time. He was behind Abiola when he was in Unilag. This is just what he does. That's just what he does. All right, so let me see here. Okay, so that would not be a valid one. I'm gonna pull up another one. So I was trying to trace like what is the nature of their relationship. I'm talking about Sowore now, but I think their relationship goes as far back as 2021. Yeah, 2021 or maybe possibly 2022. Okay, maybe possibly 2022. But I'm going to look at this post on Daily Post. The headline says Nwoko versus Jaruma. Police now mercenaries used to damage Nigerians. Sowore posted, there was something that was posted with their names in the headline on January 26, 2022. And I'm going to read it out to you, ladies and gentlemen. This is it right here. This is it. Okay. On Daily Post. Okay. This is just me trying to see, okay, let's just be fair. What is his business? Why is he so concerned? All of us should be concerned when it comes to child marriage anyway, but he's going all out to expose this man. Revolution Now convener Omoyele Sowore has reacted to the ongoing face-off between a popular billionaire, Nwoko, and aphrodisiac seller, Aowa Saidu Mohammed, otherwise known as Jaruma. Who is Jaruma? Isn't Jaruma the girl that sells Kayamata? Somebody let me know in the chat. I don't know, but I think that's the person. What is it? Aphrodisiac seller? I think that's okay. Yeah, that's the aphrodisiac is the Kayamata, right? Sowore accused Nwoko of using the police to damage innocent Nigerians. He lamented that the police would allow its operatives be deployed as mercenaries. A couple of things we should pay attention to here. A couple of things. Now we're trying to dig up what is Sowore's business in this. Why is he so concerned about other people's conjugal matters? Okay. Anyway, in a post on his verified Facebook page, the activist wrote, free Jaruma. It is disheartening that Nigerian police force continues to deploy itself to despicable VIP mercenary activities. And I quote, this so-called billionaire Ned Nwoko has done so much damage to lots of innocent citizens. Over the time that we've been covering this story between Ned Nwoko and his estranged wife, Regina Daniels, I said there's a pattern. I didn't really get into details, okay? But I'm trying to dig into why Sowore is so involved to see what was the atrocity. It looks like it's the same kind type of story. That's what it's looking like. Okay, Daily Post is considered a reputable platform, news channel in Nigeria. So they published this, and it's been there since 2000 and what again? Since 2022. So anyway, he continues. This so-called billionaire Ned Nwoko has done so much damage to a lot of innocent citizens in his community with the aid of the Nigerian police. Jaruma is his latest victim. This culture cannot stand. Hashtag revolution now. We can't continue like this. Hashtag we can't continue like this. Recall that Jaruma had called out Regina Daniels for a sponsored advert she paid that didn't do well. Wala. Oh, God. Now, wow.
Now what? Now what? I have a brand new one, guys.
Hey, imagine why?
Imagine why. Imagine why. Before I continue, let me read Ayo Shonubi's comment. Ayo said, Sowore is not concerned about the marital issues alone. He is after the pattern of what Panelist is capable of doing. Shout out to Ayo. Thank you for saying that. Sowore is after Panelist for injustice, misuse of power. Shout out to Uncle Beno. Uncle Beno has made it to the room. Welcome. How are you, sir? All right, so let me finish this quickly because I don't know if I want to be the only one talking about this today. I definitely want to drop the link, maybe at the top of the hour. Please, somebody remind me. Anyway, so the aphrodisiac. No, recall that Jaruma had called out Regina Daniels for a sponsored advert she paid that didn't do well. So Nwoko also has a pattern of arresting people on behalf of ladies. Can we safely call him a simp in the language of the modern day manosphere? He will go out of his way and destroy his reputation for a young girl. And of course, he will use the same mercenary to try to destroy the young girl, allegedly. If the young girl no one do anymore. There's a pattern here. We're just saying. Anyway, I'm just saying. This is what the aphrodisiac Kayamata seller also claimed that her product used by Regina Daniels was responsible for the collapse of Nwoko's marriage to LAILA. Wala 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 wala. You doing what? Wala wala Nigeria don't. There's problems. There's a problem. Well, a simp is a person that they go out of their way to do anything for a girl, and they don't get it back in return. You know, maybe they get it back in short term, but definitely not in the long term. But that's a version. There's all kind of definitions for a simp. Okay, but usually it's used to shame men who know what they're doing when it comes to this thing. That's usually the case. But the real meaning means gullible men. Okay, gullible doesn't mean that they're a victim either, because some people interpret that as them being the victim. Just think about Mr. Nice Guys. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. Ogao, hey, footprints everywhere. Nwoko waiting now.
Hey, imagine why?
Oh my God. All right, let me continue, ladies and gentlemen. Let me continue. So now they're saying that's why at that time the marriage to the 50th wife at the time collapsed. Of course, after Nwoko allegedly dragged that one's BBL, she came back to the marriage. She's still in the marriage. Okay, she came back, but there's this rumors out there that a lot of his wives are really with him. But you know, he's still a mentor to a lot of gay students, so it's okay. Let's continue. But the Nollywood actress who is married to Nwoko denied using Jaruma's product, claiming she was just paid to advertise. Messy business, Regina. This is a messy business, okay? Thank God VDM did not see this one. Maybe VDM would have been dragging Regina. I think he's been attempted. He was kind of slightly trying to drag Regina, but it's like, that would be too predictable. Let me just call her my young sister. That boy. Anyway, following Jaruma's claims, Nwoko was said to have arrested and charged the businesswoman to court. The Federal Capital Upper Court had remanded Jaruma in Suleja prison. Jaruma was arrested after a petition was filed by the billionaire husband of her former brand influencer, Regina Daniels. So this is as far back as 2022. That is a form of I guess relationship between Sowore and Sowore was basically just trying to hold him accountable. That's what we've seen thus far. Let me see if there's anything else I can see here. I don't see anything on here. Let me see. There's more. There's definitely more. There's more. Hold on one second. I'll pull them up. Okay, so this is the same one. That's probably the same one.
Same one. All right, so let's go to February 24, 2022. Okay, this is published on Vanguard, Nigeria. It's another reputable. Wait, before we continue, hold on 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, let me pay some bills, okay? Let me pay some bills. I'll be right back. Okay.
This is Ola, man of Prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoyed this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife Lola and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and Number 1 Red Flag, yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're still talking about Regina Daniels and Nwoko's polygamy marriage crash. Okay, but this time around, Omoyele Sowore has entered the chat. He did slightly some few days ago, but this is looking more interesting. So we're going to dig up what is the genesis of the relationship between Sowore and Nwoko. What happened from before? So that's what we're covering. So we're going through the second news right now that we're seeing from February 24, 2000 and what you may call it again. This was published February 24, 2022. That's about 3 years plus ago. Almost, it's about to be almost 4 years ago. Okay. Because people are trying to say, what's your business? People ask, what's your business, Sowore? What is your business in all of this? What do you have to do with all of this? Why do we need you in these personal matters? Right? Anyway, now we found ourselves on Vanguard, Nigeria. The headline says, police arrest Sowore in Abuja over alleged fake news peddling. Alleged fake news peddling. Just about a month after Jaruma was arrested. Okay, interesting. We don't know. We're just saying. Mara says, is that why Jaruma was loud when the first video showed up? Soap opera. Was she loud? I didn't know Jaruma said anything. No, I missed that part. But I don't follow her, so I wouldn't know. Unless it was loud enough. Anyway, Sahara Donald say, Paned, let Regina go and enjoy her youthful age. You can marry as more 16 years. Wala. We don't want that though. We need to stop him in his tracks. We don't want random old men marrying our young girls. We need to stop him in his tracks. Anyway, this report on Vanguard Nigeria says the police in Abuja on Thursday reportedly arrested activist Mr. Omoyele Sowore of the African Action Congress over an allegation of fake news peddling. A statement signed by the National Public Secretary, African Action Congress, Femi Adeyeye, the party under which Sowore ran as a presidential candidate during the 2019 election, said that Sowore was arrested, and I quote, just after stepping out of the court where the chairman, party leader, and member had converged to witness the party's case against INEC, Independent National Electoral Commission, and usurpers. What is that? I don't know what that is. Anyway, continue. Let's see. Sowore is said to have filed an appeal against the ruling of the Federal High Court that declared Leonard Nzewa the acting chairman of the AAC. They were trying to steal Showore's party at that time. Adeyeye said the activist was taken to the former Special Anti-Robbery Squad, adding that the officers did not give any reason for his arrest. And I quote, we are monitoring this event and we can assure all members that these recurring illegalities and attacks won't be allowed to stand. The specific reasons for his arrest remain sketchy at this time. It was gathered that the arrest followed a petition titled "A Petition Against Sahara Reporters Foundation and Mr. Omoyele Sowore for criminal defamation, injurious falsehood, publication of news known to be false, contrary to section 391, 392, 393, 394, 395, and 418 of the Penal Code of Northern Nigeria by former member House of Representatives
Prince Ned Nwoko, through his lawyers, Trifold Law and Partners. The petition signed by Brian Ukegbu on behalf of the law firm accuses Sowore of several defamatory statements on his news outfit, social media handles aimed at running down their client's business, and political careers. According to the petition, the publications were believed to have been recklessly, with no honest belief in the truth of the said words. I don't know what words they're talking about yet. Stating further that the quoted statements have elicited intense apprehension of an imminent attack on his client. Meanwhile, the Nigerian police force operatives at the old special anti-robbery squad office, where Sowore is reportedly being kept, denied access to his lawyers who were there to see him. The police officers attached to the gate reportedly told the lawyers, Abubakar Marshal and Inibehe Efeong, who rushed to the facility to vacate the premises, saying there was no authorization for them to see him. Several calls to the Deputy Force Public Relations Officers, CSP Olumiyiwa Adejobi, to get a response as to why Sowore's lawyers were not allowed to see him were not answered by the spokesperson. Why do you think they were not allowed to see him? I'm asking for a friend. Why do you think they were not allowed to see him? Okay. A day after police released activist Omoyele Sowore, this is also published by Vanguard Nigeria. Okay. But let me see this other news here. Released from Nigeria Police Force, idiotic arrest and detention. They claimed I defamed Nwoko, useless people. Revolution now. Hashtag we can't continue like this. You have to trust Sowore. Sowore blames Regina Daniel's hubby, Nwoko, for arrests. Okay. All right. So I think we got what we wanted to get from that. There's a pattern here. Can we all agree? There's a pattern here that we're noticing. We don't know, as in like we don't know, but there's a pattern in all of this. Okay, can we see what I am seeing? I mean, it is just me, because what I'm seeing is just what I'm seeing. Or I'm so far away, I don't know. But are you seeing what I am seeing? So let me, I'm just going to go through some of the headlines, okay? I'll space out the time. Sowore files 200 million naira suit against police, Ned Nwoko. This is published in Premium Times, Nigeria on March 1st, 2022. See, these are the kind of games you don't want to play with Sowore. Sowore has been stuck in Nigeria since 2019. It's had a chance to go back and forth between New York and Nigeria for a few years now, but he was stuck in Abuja for a long time because he was ready to fight. He was ready to buy. Anyway, according to Premium Times on March 22, Sowore files, activist Sahara Reporters publisher Omoyele Sowore has filed a rights enforcement suit against the police and a former House of Representatives member, Ned Nwoko. In the lawsuit he filed at the Federal High Court in Abuja on Tuesday, Mr. Sowore seeks 200 million naira damages and public apology from the defendant for his alleged unlawful arrest and detention by the police. Specifically, the former presidential candidate sued Nigerian police force. Yeah, lawsuits now water. He described Mr. Nwoko as a claimed billionaire in the suit marked blah 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 blah. You get the gist. How I was arrested, Mr. Sowore claimed in the suit that the police allegedly instigated by Mr. Nwoko arrested him as he stepped out of the court of appeal premises in Abuja. That, and I quote, that a horde of police officers of the first respondent activated and instigated by the fourth respondent, Mr. Nwoko, laid siege at the entrance of the court of appeal while I was attending a court session. And on stepping out of the court around 4 p.m. of the day, I was arrested by these policemen on the order of the third respondent and the instigation of the fourth respondent. Hey, oh God. Ooga. Ayo Shonubi, yes, it's a pattern. Iberi says a narcissist. That's again Panet's method of not allowing people to access help. This is the worst game card put forward by Regina and our family, Iberi says. Let's see. Yeah. Let's do. We're still. How many more? Okay, I got a few more minutes, guys. Let me just make sure I cover as much as I can cover until the top of the hour. Okay, so remember Jaruma, and now we have Sowore. Sowore is not a softball to play, right? Is that how you say it? Well, it's not a soft tea when it comes to this kind of games. So, Sowore, no one is going to be more vindictive than Sowore. If you're going to be vindictive, we already know that Panet has a vindictive pattern, right? I mean, just look at the fact that he doesn't have a relationship with a bunch of his family members. I mean, that's a pattern right there too. I mean, his own brother came out and started, dragging him in public. So, I mean, but no one is going to be more vindictive than Sowore, Let's see here. Let me pay some bills, guys. Allow me to pay some bills, and then I'll be right back.
This is Ola, man of Prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoy this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife Lola and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and Number One Red Flag. Yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So we're still talking about Panet and Regina's story, but this time it's involving Omoyele Sowore, publisher and editor-in-chief, publisher of Sahara Reporters. I don't know if he has that title. All right, so I'm still going through some of the background. We're looking at the story on Premium Times of Sowore filing a 200 million naira lawsuit against him in 2022, almost 4 years ago. But I'm looking at headlines. Let's see here. On March 16, 2022, it says court on Sahara Reporters. It says court adjourns former lawmaker Nwwoko's case against Sowore to April 25 as activists lambast Buhari regime. Of course, Sowore's arraignment over alleged cybercrime stalled. That was April. Okay, so of course they will drag it out, right? I'm going through the background of relationships between Sowore and Nwoko because people are asking, what is your business? Now, October 18, 2023, fast forward, alleged defamation. I will never negotiate. Okay, I'm going to refresh real quick, guys. I don't know if it's a good idea to refresh because of this new platform that we're running. Don't let me do that. Let me just go ahead and read it to you guys. I'll read the headline. It says, I will never negotiate. Sowore blast Nwoko. May 2nd, 2024. Let's just do with headlines, okay? Because of time. Sowore arrives Abuja court ahead of Nwwoko's cyber stalking charge. Okay. This is published on Sahara Reporters YouTube page. Then on May 4th, Nwoko charged me with defamation for saying he has mosquitoes in his house. Eh? Another angle. Let me see. Let me see. This might be. I will say the words to you. Let me see. This guy, man. Let's do this, guys. Revolution now. So a month before that, they had discharged his courses of. He was charged with treasonable felony and all kind of stuff, by the Buhari regime at the time. So he went to the US and then he came back. He said a lot of people doubted that he'll be back, but he's been going back and forth since then, right? Because before that point, 2020 was stuck in Nigeria from 2019 for 3 years till 2022, apparently. He said he would never leave Nigeria in the hands of criminals. Now, before I continue to interpret him, because I'm assuming you guys cannot hear it. Can you guys hear him or no? If you can't hear him, let me know. If you can't hear him, let me know. I'll drop the link in 6 minutes, Ebere, in 6 minutes. Can you guys hear him when he's talking or no? Just let me know. Just say yes or no. If you can't hear him, I'll continue. It's a short video. You can't hear him. Okay, all right. I don't want to refresh the page because I don't want to risk not being back into. Actually, let me go ahead and do it because it'll be better experience if you guys can hear it. Okay, I'll be right back. Hold on, hold tight. And I'm back. I came back. So now you'll be able to hear it. Hold tight. All right, so you can hear it now. Let me know if you can hear it.
We made that to clear to the judge as well. It's symbolic in the sense that
can you hear it?
When
Yes.
they left
Let me know.
themselves, or when they decided to discharge their own stupid case of treasonable felony a month ago, I said I'm going to the US and I'll be back. A lot of people doubted I'll be back. So I said I'll be back and I'm back.
Remember, this was published in May
Nigeria in the hands of
2024.
This is a country
Something like that.
to which over 200 million people's
Yeah,
faith
2024.
died. And we made that to clear to the judge as well. Even though at the point we had to keep telling even our judges that they should pay attention to serious issues. The Nigerian police has become such a terrible organization that anybody can pay the police to go and issue charges against anybody. This case is particularly very laughable that this so-called billionaire Nwoko went to the Commissioner of Police of FCT, the Federal Capital of Thieves. You know,
Wow.
to go and say that I insulted him as our reporters and I'm stalking him. What they don't even know is
Guys,
that
hit the like button. Hit the
cybercrime
like
law
button.
has been amended.
Hit
and
the like
signed
button,
last
guys.
month. So the section that affects me has to do with pornography. Am I a pornographer?
Wala.
That's a new law now, but we are not even there yet. But that the police will using their time on these rubbish cases. Today we'll be going and try to bail out a guy, Jele, who has been detained for 40 days by a religious leader somewhere in the east. And what the Jele said is on if you say that you are doing miracles, can you provide evidence of miracles? The man went to police. And if you believe in God, why do you need police? That is godless to go and be charging people to court.
Nigeria.
Yes. So
Which
the
way,
point is that
Nigeria?
the reason I got involved with Nwoko was because he jailed Jaruma on Instagram. And I said you cannot jail Jaruma, even though that at that time I don't even know Jaruma who she is. So, but I work for human rights.
Human rights.
And that's why we are with our brother. We keep saying congratulations to DG because he has just become a real lawyer.
Congratulations.
Advocate. And I doubt that he has made a shishi. This is because he has been doing pro bono cases. Including the word of today.
The money will come.
But we're glad that we need more people of conscience in the legal profession as well. So our job is not this. We use this for enlightenment. Our job is to liberate the country. And liberating the country also means that we liberate the judicial system. Because our judges in the justice system has become a joke. We spend over 2 hours in that court just arguing over service, improper service. This ought not to happen in serious judicial crimes. This case should not have come to the Federal High Court. It should not have. At best, it's a civil case of libel. And I have several of them. But he knows that he can't prove a libel against me because what did he say? He said that he wants to eradicate malaria. And he has a foundation raising millions of naira, billion dollars over it. And my question was that if you are eradicating malaria, shouldn't you start in your house in Abuja? Sure. If you go to Nwoko's house in Abuja, is there no malaria mosquito there? They said That was what got him upset. That's what he told Jaruma. And now he's a senator. That also shows to you why the Nigerian Senate or the legislature is a joke. When people like that find themselves in that. And I'm not the only person. He has been jailing people for land reasons and all that. So we must liberate our country from all these people. But most importantly, there's hunger in the land. There's starvation in the land. We don't have fuel. They have increased prices of.
All right. I think we got the gist. We got the gist. MOP, there's fire on the mountain. LAILA have released one long epistle about Gina. Hey, voila. Oh my God. These problems will not end, eh? She probably did that under duress now. God have mercy. Oh, Bernie.
Oh, Bernie.
Anyway, let me finish this because I know I'm going to drop the link regardless, but we got some more grounds to cover. I'm looking at June 21. Let me fast forward to June 21, 25, right? On Tory News. On Tory News, Nwoko reacts as Sowore slams him for securing remand of TikToker who claimed his wife, Regina Daniels, as a boyfriend in Abuja. Okay. You remember this one? I think I covered this very, very briefly, where he got somebody arrested for mentioning Regina's name in vain. Thou shalt not mention Regina's name in vain. Right? So according to this report, let me see here. Senator Nwoko has responded. Let me drop the link, guys. Hold on 1 second. Let me go ahead and drop the link. I don't want to fail at dropping the link right away as I promised, because I know you guys have a couple of people might have one or two things to say. Where are you? Invite guests. Boom. Okay, that's it. Let's go ahead and drop the link, and we'll continue from there. All right. Yeah. Okay, if you want to call in early because it's a weekday. I cannot tell for here. As a matter of fact, I still have meetings tonight, so I cannot tell, if you know what I mean, for here. Let me go ahead and pin that link so that I don't have to do it again. I'll pin it to the top. All right, hit the like button, guys. 58 people watching on the horizontal platform, and we have only 10 likes. Why are you guys like this? Don't do me like that now. Hit the like button. 60 people watching, and please go ahead and hit the link. 95 people already said Team Sowore. Let me just go ahead and end that poll right there. I think that one is a landslide. Let me see on the other platform. 45 people watching, 7 likes. May God forgive now. Yeah. Hit the like button right now. Hit the like button. Thank you. Let's do that right away. And call in early if you want to call in so that we can end on time. Tonight is not the 5-hour night, okay? I want to be able to finish this in 90 minutes or so, at most 2 hours. All right. Let me see. Okay, Iberi is here. Iberi, I see you. Just hang tight, okay? All right, so I was still reading Tory. Let me finish Tory.ng, right? So it said Senator Nwoko has responded to a recent publications by former presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore, who criticized the senator for obtaining a remand order against TikToker Timothy Gabriel, also known as Tuma. Some months ago, Tuma shared the Bible talks about it, 2 or 3 people, right? 2 or 3 people who established what is it again? 2 or 3 2 or 3 things. Witness Bible. I'm searching on Google. If you are wondering, I told you I'm a terrible scholar. Now I am coming to the third time to you in the month of 2 or 3. In the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses shall everything be established. 2 Corinthians 13:1. We have 2 or 3. We have Jaruma, we have Sowore, we have Tuma. Okay. Can we make a wild guess that this is a pattern? You know, by the time you're hitting 3, a pattern is starting to be created at least, Anyway, Some months ago, Tuma shared a video where he made shocking allegations against actress Regina Daniels, the sixth wife of politician Ned Nwoko. In the video, Tuma claimed Regina has a boyfriend in Abuja where she resides with her lawmaker husband. He went on to claim that he knows the hotel where Regina and her supposed boyfriend usually lodged to do their dirty things. He further claimed that Regina's two kids were not Ned's. Not the paternity fraud. In this video, Tuma dared Ned and Regina to sue him. Angered by his comments, the Nwokos approached the police and a suit was filed against Tuma. He was arrested and thereafter remanded in prison. Sowore, in a post shared on social media on Friday, June 20, accused Nwoko of fraudulently securing a remand order against Tuma. He argued that Tuma shouldn't have been remanded as he only insulted the wife of a big man and did not commit any crime like grape. All right. Yeah, so we already get the gist. So 2 or 3 people. Let me just go ahead and bring Ebere. Ebere, talk to me. Hello.
Hello, good morning from Nigeria. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Very good.
Okay. Yeah. You see, the thing about we Nigerians, we are kind of emotional. And I think I love the way you researched, but I think sometimes we allow bias affect our judgment. You understand? This is a game between 2 strong people. I took time today when I saw Sowore's discussion, because one thing about me, I get irritated with lies. I get irritated.
Take a step back from your microphone. It's
okay,
beating
can you
me.
hear me now?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, so I hate lies a lot. It disgusts me. So I decided to go to the website to research on Regina herself. I remember some years back, Regina clocked 16 years for 3 times, 3 years. People started becoming irritated, and then that was why you see her printing that Sweet 16 blink chain on her neck at some point.
Right.
You understand? Sweet 16. Because Nigerians were like, every day at 16 years, what's your problem? So when I went to Facebook, someone said, Regina locked up a girl, one of the makeup artists, because the girl wasn't shaving her brow well, and Ned Nwoko locked her up at Umuahia prison. That is another case that should be risen up and investigated. The girl is still in prison for 3 years. I grew interested. So I went for that on Facebook. I screenshotted it. So it's not as if I'm just saying it from my head. I went for that on Facebook. And some people from Igbinedion said, Regina has actually always been high in school. And then somebody now said, I hope you are keeping your fact, because when it's up, if a panel catch you, this kind of thing. And somebody else now came and said, it's true. She was almost expelled, and in 200 level, she never came back. In fact, she was driving a car in 100 level. What am I trying to say? Nigerians, Sowore is one man I respect because of his selfless service. Him and DG Adeoju, I mean, those are people that the country should be giving awards for humanity, for their great activism. But on this case, I feel Sowore is playing with something that could stain his rights. Because at some point, I was saying to myself that this man keeps fighting for justice, but he doesn't mention the name of his party so easily. So when you look at Sowore, you see the party, it sticks to your head. That could have been another way of promoting his brand. Do you get?
Right.
He's not doing that.
He doesn't do that.
I wish he could be doing that, so that the name can be ringing a bell in case people want to vote for him. Because the people that want to vote for him, they only know Sowore. On your voters card, you are not here. You're not seeing. You don't know what Sowore stands for. So I think you should work on that. But going back to Regina, I remember, because there was a time there was this protest online saying free Sammy, free Lawrence. That's Regina's brother. So I traced that page, and when I traced that, because that page had their ages put there, and on that page it says that Lawrence, as at 2019, because it was in 2019 when she got married, 2019, Lawrence was 28 years old. And Sammy, under the police case, because they claim to have maybe beaten the police officers, Sammy was claiming to be 23 years old. So and I asked myself, is Sammy the first child? What is the age difference between the the kids. How come is Sammy directly immediate to Regina? Then the age difference was quite long, if it could be like 5 years. So I saw a page because I had to take screenshot that page, and I went to ChatGPT to find out. On that page, in 2017, October 10, Regina celebrated 17th birthday.
What year was this?
2017. I can send all these things to you on mail.
Wait, on 2017, she was celebrating what?
17th year birthday. Now you can check. Yes, 17th birthday. You can check it on the forum Nairaland forum, Nollywood. Okay. Yeah, news.Nollywood Zone. Regina Daniel celebrates 17th birthday. You can also check on I think National Mirror Online.
Okay.
National Mirror Online to check for Regina 336 NG. It was posted on October 10, 2017. You understand? So if you look at this, you understand there is a lot of inconsistency with Regina's age. Right. Somebody else posted on Facebook that when they checked INEC, Regina was 1998. Then I now looked at it. If Sammy was 23 years in 2019, 6 years later, he should be like how old? 29 years. Regina should be around 27 to 25 years old. With the way her relationship.
Who is older?
Sammy is older.
Sammy is older, okay. Right.
You understand? And Lawrence looks like maybe the oldest. But he graduated in 2019 at 28 years. From that police process, it goes with the hashtag free Sammy, free Lawrence. So this is not the first time Sammy is having a police issue. So now, when I come back to the drawing board, because this case that Sowore is carrying, it will stain his white. I posted on his page, I said, sir, this is the wrongest game card to pull for this guy. We are in Nigeria here. People backdate their birth certificates. It's only through WAEC that you can easily catch people. But before WAEC, there's a way they used to do it. They will backdate it, swear affidavit and everything, and then they will keep reducing the age. And this is an action known by this young girl for some time. I don't know if you understand, because it makes me, I feel disgusted. Do you understand? Like, if I want to quarrel with you, I'm not a foolish Nigerian youth. And I don't joke with information. Even like in the next 5 years, if you say something today, and then you now contradict it, I can be able to, by the grace of God, trace that thing, because I hate lies. It disgusts me. Right. Now, let's go back to the drawing board. These people are fighting with Ned. And shockingly, okay, let me give you an instance. I was looking for a job some years back in Abuja. So there's this prominent lawyer that needed a PA. And when I got to his office, he was a man of hot temper. In fact, his family, no peace. His son doesn't want to see him. This man started intimidating me. He had only 2 female staffs. They were always fidgeting. You know, there's one he was calling baby, and he was like, am I sure I read computer science? Am I sure I could be a good PA? I should give him a 360. You interviewing me, like, what kind of interview? I walked out on him. And this man has police with him 24/7. What am I saying? There's no people.
Why do I feel like I've seen that comment? Did you leave a comment
on that? No, I've not done that.
Did you leave a comment on one of our previous shows? I feel like
No.
Okay,
no.
that would be the second time I'm hearing something like that. Go ahead.
You understand? So he's at Sowore. I've forgotten his name, because I said when I see him tomorrow, I will let him know that I got a better job that gave me more respect. You understand? So it was me and one guy that was working as a security. I wanted to work as a PA, and the job would make me fly around the country with him. I walked out. He was shouting, call her back. I didn't even send. I was even thinking the police officers will drag me back. I walked away, said, get out of your job. How much are you people going to pay me? I'm busy flying around that I will not benefit from, you know. But there was something. I think this is the pattern with most of these big lawyers, because now they do a lot of shady stuff. They lost their conscience, no peace. You understand? I feel Ned has a void in him that he just believes that marrying one woman keeps him at the end of at the edge of the game. But let's throw all these things aside and place the battle on the table. Now, from the way things are going, this is a battle of power. Who will win? And Regina is trying to create a picture that would get people to pity her. Notwithstanding, I appreciate that she's leaving Ned. She's a young girl. She has to live her life. But the family has actually portrayed a very high level of illiteracy. And that is going to put them on an edge that they will hate themselves for life. You understand? Ned
Right.
is only triggering them to keep on coming. He's preparing by the side. Even with this LAILA's response, I had to check on ChatGPT, and ChatGPT gave me every website in which that Regina's birthday was published. But my mind tells me this girl is lying, because if her brother is 28, the one that is raining abuses, that is not even well cultured,
Right.
as at that 2019, 6 years later, that guy is 34. Could Sammy now really be 29? Maybe there are people in between him and Lawrence. Then let us look at who is in between Sammy and Regina. Nobody. They even call themselves almost twins. Do you understand? So it shouldn't be more than 2 years or 3. And Regina's sister should be around 2021 years old. So where is this lie coming from? And then on 2017, October 10th, you published it on a blog that you were 17. Why are you now coming up again and telling us we know Nigeria, how people backdate? Then how are we sure that Ned is actually handling your passports? I mean, you guys travel with private jets. He might have overlooked it, because I saw Ned as being careless, because according to him, he wanted somebody from his place. So to him,
you're suggesting that maybe he overlooked what exactly?
He overlooked maybe her passport, because she claimed that they traveled to Jordan. Ned traveling has never used a private airline. He has always used a private jet. I don't think they really need any passport clearance that Ned needed to hold that passport.
Right. Okay.
I don't know if you understand. Number 2.
But I wanted to ask a question from you. Even if they're using private jets, they still have to park at hangars. When it's international, I know they get away with a lot of stuff, right? But the truth is that they still have to, just in case they check, just because of the there's audits and things like that going on, they still have to have a passport on hand, right?
That's what I'm saying, that Ned doesn't need to hold Regina's passport because they're in the private jet. Everybody clear yourself, because he believed everybody was okay. Now, I listened to Kemi Olun lawyer's record, and since Kemi has been following this story, I never believed that Regina will admit to taking drugs. You understand? So Kemi said it now showed to me that, okay, this woman knows what she's saying. And she said Ned said that Regina was 21 when he met her. I just remember that when they were doing the wedding stuff, people were against it. There were some set of people, I'm trying to still trace that video, I can't get it. There were a set of people that went to Ned's office, and Ned said she's 22. I remember, but I cannot remember the TV presenter that went and got that information from him. But it has not, the blogger, it has not been going forward. So I said, number 2, watch the pattern between Regina and Ned.
So let me ask you a question, because
I'm coming. I want to finish something now.
Okay.
If you watch the pattern of communication between Regina and Ned, you will notice that in Ned's communication, there's consistency. In Regina's, very inconsistent information.
Okay, when you said in Ned's communication, which give me like 3 communication that you're talking about. Like, just give me just 3.
Now, the first time when he said he wanted to get married, you understand, and then he needed to get married from his place. Yes. You understand? And then he said Regina's mom brought Regina to his house.
Correct.
You understand? That word has not changed from the day 1 till now.
Okay.
You understand? Then number 2, the issue of her taking drugs. You understand? And then the other issue of him, because his publication came before Regina, when he said he doesn't like when Regina is high and coming to bed, so he sent her back to her room whenever she enters his room high.
That's the same letter. There's one, and then there's the letter. There's 2 letters. That's the same narrative. Yes, that's all within few days.
Same, exactly. Now we looked at Regina saying that I'm not sure he expected it to come from Regina, but Regina now said, you are the one that introduced me to the drugs. You are the one that said you like me being high. It was shocking. You understand? Like, how come somebody that doesn't like you getting high in his room, that sent you to your room and found out that your sister's husband, your husband's wife was in your room, is not the same person that wants you high? It's not aligning.
So you don't believe, you're saying just because of time, right? You're saying you don't believe that that Ned got her high. You don't believe that? That's what you're saying.
I don't believe that. I don't, because his own publication came before hers. And there's a statement the mother made. The mother said, I'm going to make sure I bring you down. So this is a battle of power.
Okay.
Everybody's trying to bring out what they can come out.
And this power will be between Regina and Ned, correct?
And Ned, yes. Because both of them have pride.
Okay.
Both of them have pride.
Who do you think has the greatest power, in your opinion?
Well, in my opinion, Regina is not using the best arsenal to come for Ned. Throughout this fight, I was thinking she's going to promote the domestic violence and the violent things he has done. Do you understand? Because it seems she doesn't really have evidence, and maybe the violence has not taken too long. But coming up with the age issue, it's going to kill her in the fight. Like, it's going to bring down. That's why I'm even scared for sure. I wrote on his page, I said, sir, please stop this. It will stay in your rights.
Do you believe that Ned committed domestic violence against Regina?
Well, for a young girl to just fall out of love, something must have really gone wrong. Maybe the man changed the pattern of attention. Maybe he actually did that. You understand? The hatred.
What if she's just high and she's just done? Is that possible?
That's another great possibility.
Okay, because these days, one of the rhetorics out there is that women just get bored and they're over, even with regular marriage.
Are you not aware of the woman that lied on her husband that he raped his 2 daughters?
Yeah, I saw that story today.
This is one of the reasons why I'm even afraid of my gender.
Okay,
like, as a lady. No, I am afraid to believe anything, because men are also human beings.
I see what you mean.
You understand? So if I want to take a side, there has to be enough evidence, and your character too towards the whole thing makes me know that, okay, this person is saying the truth. Let's take this side. Let God lead us. But if Regina is trying to use age to bring Ned down, I'm sorry, it's going to work against her, because Ned will sue them for deceit. It means if the marriage was not even founded on love or on whatever thoughts they thought they had, which means he can actually sue the family. There's more coming for them. There's more. And they're dealing with a wicked lawyer.
Okay.
You understand?
All right. Thank you so much, Ebere. This is your second time calling, is that correct?
Very well, yes.
Okay, all right. Well, don't be a stranger. Thank you so much for the information. I think one last question before you leave.
Okay.
If that passport that I showed a screenshot earlier on, right? If that passport, this one right here, if it's real, if that passport is real, which one would you believe more? Would you believe, because you gave me some math, it makes sense, what you explained to me makes sense. Would you believe this passport or what Regina had been saying, especially when she turned 16 3 times? Which one would you believe more?
Can I ask you one question?
Sure.
When you went to fill in your NIN, what document did you present to them to show them your true age?
That's an interesting question. I have not lived in Nigeria since 98. I don't know what NIN.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Okay, okay, but you have a social security number wherever you are, right?
Correct, yes.
Okay, but if you look at the Nigerian scenario, I did mine. They didn't ask me for any documents. Now, let me tell you the truth. We are Nigerians. And a lot of people, if they're in the comment section, they can stand up and say, I'm not lying. People backdate their ages. Even our government officials backdate their ages.
So you're saying you wouldn't, you're saying you will lean more in the direction that she backdated it.
I will lean more in that she backdated the age. Although she's still in her 20s, she's very young. Nigerian actresses are excellent. The only person I would say that has been straightforward to a point are all those ones in Lagos, maybe like Destiny Tiku, Irele, this Irele lady that married a senator also, very few of them, Ketenshaw, Genevieve, they have tried to maintain the
So you're saying, sorry to interject because of time, right? So you're saying she probably backdated this because of the typical thing that they do in they all want to be
industry. Yes.
But now they found it useful now to tell this big lie. That's what you're saying.
I'm telling you, there's a Nigerian actress, I don't want to call her name. I was in primary school when she was a model for Orange Drugs. I was shocked. I'm in my early 30s now. I was shocked when she said she was 39. I said, blood of Jesus.
So then what about Barrister Ojiago, the father, who said her daughter was born in 2001 and actually
This
mentioned a
the
hospital.
the issue is this. If your daughter was born 2001, Nigerians were too emotional. People are saying, the woman left the man. It might not be true. Most men don't even know their children's birthday. They're just talking. He might know the hospital, he might know the date, he might not be certain
Good
about the
point,
year.
because they said the mother also said some other interesting birthday in other videos. Okay, so good point.
Yeah.
I'll give that to you.
You know.
I'll give that to you.
So the
But
issue of birthday, they
mhm.
had Sowore should pull down that post because there are a lot of evidences to that fact. And at the end of the day, it is Regina's mother that will be arrested. And you know one funny thing? Let me tell you something. No matter the money the
Mhm.
Daniels think they've made from Ned, Ned is just playing the soft game to buy time. I'm seeing that man as meme. By the time Ned is ready for war, they are giving him arsenals.
I
They
mean,
will pay.
from everything I covered so far, it looks like Ned has always been in war with a lot of innocent people. That's another
Okay,
story.
let me tell you. My mom is from that side.
Okay.
You understand? When they were marrying Regina, people from the village actually used that opportunity to come out to campaign against him and what he's doing to people. But for the issue of the land, it has been a settled case. I watched it on channels news.
Okay. Are you aware, Ebere, that most of your narrative is basically more like Ned is a victim? Are you aware?
No, the truth is that, let me tell you something.
Mhm.
How will I describe this thing to you now? I don't want to use the word gold digger. But what I'm trying to say is the both of them, Regina is the victim. Regina is the victim. But the both families.
Victim of what, in your opinion?
To me, I feel she was sold.
Okay, so the mother and Ned is somewhere in between them as far as you're concerned.
Yes. But now the family like the two of them are now trying to battle who will destroy who. You understand? It's more of a war. And this Sowore getting involved, to me.
Okay, because I have somebody else in the studio, one last question. What about correlation between Regina's story now and LAILA's story a couple of years ago when she left and Ned was dragging her BBL and then she came back? What about that?
I followed LAILA. Naturally, I like her charisma. LAILA said she traveled to the UK, came back, and she was not allowed entry into the house, and the husband didn't want to see her. This is polygamy. It's dangerous. The war between the women. We women were a problem. If you pack all of us inside room,
in that case again, is either Ned is a victim or he's just neutral. In that case,
no, don't judge me. Hold on. I'm coming. I'm not yet done. You understand?
Okay.
She made a statement that Ned rejected her and then she left. And then she went back to Morocco with her family.
Do you think she was jealous of Regina at the time? Was she jealous of Regina at the time?
I don't think. I love her as in I like her from afar. I don't see her as someone that competes. Because she has actually showed a woman that is used to polygamy.
Okay. All right, Ebere, don't be a stranger because of time is weekdays. Thank you so much. You gave me a lot of information. I think it's fair that we pay attention to all the points of views. Okay, so I really appreciate your insights and everything because a lot of Nigerians feel this way, and Nigeria is the way it is because it is the way it is. So we have to pay attention to the only way forward is to continue to pay attention to all the points of views because at the end of the day. It's for the people, So Sowore, as far as Sowore pulling down that post, I said good luck to you, Ebere. All right.
Okay,
bye. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put Hilda to the screen, and then we'll talk. But hold tight. Let me pay some bills. I'll be right back. And then we have a statement from LAILA. We have to go through the statement from LAILA, and I'll also come to the chat. Because I see you guys have a lot of opinions in there too. Okay, I'll be right back.
This is Ola, Man of Prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoyed this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife Lola and I have written 2 powerful books: Get My Marriage Back and Number 1 Red Flag. Yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request For consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're still talking about Regina Daniels and Nwoko, and this time it's involving Sowore. So Sowore has a relationship that goes back as far back as 2022. He was one of the 3 people that we're highlighting as being arrested by Nwoko and his family and his powers and whatever instrument of influence that he used. And he's one of them. But we also had Jaruma. We heard a guy called Tuma that was also arrested, and of course, more recently, Regina's brother. What's his name again? Sammy. Okay. So, Hilda, are you there with me? Hilda.
Yes, sir, I'm here. Good evening, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good everything for you. Good day. Hold tight. Let me read some comments. Okay, hold tight. Let me read some comments just to make sure. So Lima says, Ebere, you are very dangerous. Oh my God. Don't disrespect my guest, though. But let me read it. Remember, we have to obey everybody's opinion. Ebere, you are a very dangerous person. You could sympathize with LAILA, but not Gina. LAILA equally came for the money, and there is no difference between her and Gina. Okay. Chia says, I disagree with Ebere. She was a child actress, so I don't see any reason for backdating her age. Like, how much room do they have to backdate her age? Interesting. Lima says, you believe she was sold, but still supporting a pedophile. I pity some of you Nigerian women. Wala. Well, she's also afraid of your gender. So, two. Ned is betrayed by his brother as not having good character. Another angle. Let's see here. Chia says, I believe Regina's age, and her dad even stated the same date. So I believe she's 24. Is she saying that Gina's dad lied about her? One interview, Rita claimed Regina was 18 when she got married. Both Regina and her dad claimed she was 17, and Ned claims she was 19. Who is lying? I think Ned was just rolled over the number from May to October. Like, wait, she will be turning 19 in October, so she's 19. What do you mean, right? Lima says he needed a woman from his place, and he went for his guy's daughter. He didn't have the decency to consult with the girl's dad. Madam, stop supporting nonsense. They're not feeling the berries. Oh my God. Gina family had bad reputation. That's what Liko Mopik said. Liko Mopik said. Chia said, to answer, Iberi mentioned the Jovita. Okay, yes. Okay, she was on the stage last time. Maybe that's when. All right. So let's keep going. Hilda, talk to me. What's on your mind? Talk to me.
Okay. Thank you. I want to believe that the last speaker.
You know what we should do, Hilda. Let me read Leila's statement to you, so you can give me your full thoughts with that in your mind as well. Is that okay?
I might forget what I want to say.
Okay, say it. Say what you want to say. Say what you want to say. Go ahead.
All right.
I know you've been waiting.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 3 things. Then you can read the letter, and then we continue.
Okay.
The first one is that Ebere, I want to believe that she's talking from some things that she knew. She has an understanding of or previous knowledge of, but she's not open enough to share it with us.
Okay.
Or maybe one or two
the family or something.
Well, possibly, because she said when they wanted to get married, they were campaigning from their village and things like that. So if you are campaigning from your village and things are against Ned, and now you are in between. That's the first one. The second one, I could remember that when the father was pulling out the date of birth, he also made mention of the hospital.
Yes, he did.
Yes, those things are common in Nigeria, that people can lie about their date of birth for one reason or the other. I've seen people doing it for job reasons. Yeah, but if you cannot believe Regina, then why will you believe Ned? So if Regina can forge the age, Ned cannot forge the age also. That's the second one. Then the third one. I want to believe that Ned is prepared for this thing.
Yeah.
That is what
Ebere, I see you in the backstage. If you want to still hang out, feel free to hang out. Just so you know, I see you, but you're in the backstage for now. I'll pull you up maybe after we'll read LAILA. Go ahead, Hilda. Go ahead.
That is why dishing it out bit by bit. But Regina is not prepared. She's just bringing them out of her emotions. As in, I have proof for this, I have proof for this. So she's even bringing them out without reviewing them. Whereas you see that the foundation of whatever Ned is doing is like he has planned for them. Like years ago, that if something like this happens, this is what I'm going to do. So it's a tussle, it's a fight of power, but the stronger power here is Ned. And I will keep saying that although Regina is looking for proof to prove that this and this is happening to her, but I don't see her having enough power to do that with Ned.
With Ned.
Yes. So if she can get support not because she's lying, not because she's naive, but because we don't want something to happen in maybe 1 or 2 years later and we begin to say, but this girl said it. Why not save her from that predicament first? And then the Yoruba will say, Akokoli eleyoro lo no tan, kato wa fa bo fadide.
Yeah, deepo. Shall I break it down?
That is, there's this disease that usually happens to hen. You heal her of it before you now think of saying that whether you want to kill the hen or you want to eat it. So, please, if there is any help that she can get, psychologically, emotionally, health-wise, legally, they should do it to support her. And then later, they can now start pointing it out to her. Because there are so many Ned outside there. If Ned should win this thing, it means that we are giving such people power to continue in their evil hearts. That's my take. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Hang tight. I'm gonna also bring Iberi back up so that we can together address this new letter right here from LAILA. Okay. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's get into this LAILA letter. So she posted, hold on 1 second, let me show this so you can see I'm reading it directly from her page. There you go. She posted with a picture of her and it looks like her kids. There's 4 kids involved. Okay. Is that 4? Yeah, 4 kids. Okay. They all look like Ned. Okay. Wow, this guy has very strong genes. Anyway, how dare you? Okay, I'm starting to read. How dare you say that you ever gave me money? For what exactly? Okay. Now we've lost audio too again. That's okay. All right. So for what exactly? I am very contented with the provisions my husband makes for our family. We should show Nigerians our bank accounts to see who is paying money to our accounts. You also, another person wants to give evidence. So evidence, yapa. Anyway, you also know that my husband completely hates alcohol, drugs, and smoking. He has always been clear that he would never accept any wife who drinks, smokes, or uses drugs. The only reason you are fighting my husband is because he wants you to stop your drug and alcohol addiction. It has always been a serious matter for him, as he neither smokes nor drinks himself. You know too well that I almost lost my marriage when you introduced me to drugs 6 years ago. And it was my husband's quick insistence on intervention that rescued me from that dark path. You have been a bad influence since you married into this beautiful family, giving drugs to nannies and our workers, including your younger sister, Destiny. You infected everyone with your virus, and this is why I will not trust my daughters around you unsupervised, especially when I found out that you were sleeping with every single girl around you. Please go and sort yourself out. Seek help immediately and continue with your rehabilitation and leave the other wives out of this. I say this not out of anger, but from a place of truth and concern for the level of lies that you are peddling for reasons that are known to you alone. All right, so let me first of all go with, let's go with Ebere first. Once you give me your submission, Ebere, I'll drop you out of the studio because of time. And then I want to go with LAILA, and then I'll round up the show. Then everybody in the chat, go heavy. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Okay. All right, Ebere, go for it.
Yeah. Firstly, I want to refer back to those people that commented. You know, I'm so sorry. I know Regina is your star girl. You know, but I did not speak against the age because I wanted to speak against the age. If you guys look, I mentioned websites that carried this information. For your confirmation, Nigerians, let's try to research and read before we make decisions. Being emotional is okay. And I'm not going to ever be in support of any other need in the society harming other ladies. You understand? We still have men who are actually good that have been lied upon, just as the recent news going around now. But I'm not taking sides with Ned, God forbid. Then I am actually from Anioma, but on the issue of what they call the name, on the issue of the Anioma land, it's not a hidden thing. There's been something on Channels Television. If you can watch Channels Television in 2020, you will find out where the elders came out and they spoke that they are already settling the case. So it's something I follow. I watch news most times and I read. So I got to know Ned from all these issues. And secondly, I gave a scenario of my personal life with a lawyer. It's to show you that at least I've experienced someone like Ned.
Right.
Do you understand?
Like who might be using their power negatively.
Yes, negatively.
Listen, because of time, I believe you. Okay.
So
I believe you. Okay.
No, it's okay. So for the issue of LAILA, don't forget that in Regina's write-up, LAILA's name was called out as wannabe Regina. Regina put her there that she was a wannabe, and then Regina said LAILA told Ned not to allow her girls get close to her because of some kind of rumor of lesbianism or something.
Okay.
If you go back to Regina's post,
she's confirming what we already know, basically.
She's trying to reply back. That's what I feel LAILA is doing.
Okay.
You get, but it might be with Ned support. I don't know. I don't want to insinuate.
Okay.
So that's
no problem. So that's your take on LAILA, right?
Yeah, I feel she's trying to defend herself because
okay.
Even Regina did something very grievous, saying all Ned's wives take drugs. That's quite defaming on the wives when they were not even part of it.
She kind of sort of confirmed that too by saying that it was saved from that, right? By Ned.
Yeah, also it's true. So, but you know, with the way this thing is going, it seems they all take drug in the house last with this LAILA's post.
Except the innocent one, Ned.
No, Ned might be taking drugs because if she indirectly confirms this one, I'm just thinking about it. This family is complex.
All right, thank you, Barry. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night. Yeah. All right, Hilda, talk to me.
Oh my goodness! Of course, he has to be innocent now, so that he'll be able to control them.
I'll be.
So he will be able to be in control of all the situations, and he will not be like dummy like all of them.
Good girl.
This is wife to wife. Those who are in polygamy will say it. The one that is Amaria will always speak against the one that is not loved again. So coming out to say that it's more or less like, maybe you were the one in action before. Now I've taken over. I'm going to ruin you with my husband too. And Ned, for the pattern of person that he is, if he can manipulate police people to arrest people, put them in detention without giving them access to help, he can also put LAILA under duress to make those statements. Yeah. He can promise her things. He doesn't even have to put her under duress. He can promise her things, and then she will just say it just to get those things. And he can also manipulate her. He can also threaten her. He can do anything. to get anything.
So
For goodness
you don't
sake.
think LAILA wrote that?
Well, I believe she wrote it, but is she writing it from her right conscience? That's it. Is she writing it from her right conscience?
Because I'm looking at her story. She posted videos with Ned eating dinner, and everything is all good suddenly. So it's interesting. Go ahead.
Regina was doing that when she was with him, making us believe that everything was fine.
Regina was doing that inside of a private jet.
She was doing that when she was with him. Yeah. So that's why I said when I first talked that it's like the man had been preparing for this for years, because he knows that dating all these small girls, at one point in time they want to get tired and go. So if they want to go, he has already mapped it out, what to use to tame them back.
Right.
Now we are talking about, okay, maybe Regina gave drugs to LAILA or one or two. What about those ones that have left before Regina got there? What happened to them?
Well, how many of them have left before Regina?
Well, we are not hearing about 3. We are only hearing about 3. Regina is 6. We are hearing about the Morocco girl. We are hearing about LAILA.
Wait, the Morocco girl is different from LAILA?
I don't know. Maybe she's LAILA. And there's one other one. I've forgotten that one's name. The one that
people are talking about Chantel.
Chantel also, yes.
Yeah.
So aside from those ones that we are hearing, the ones that were there before, at least there was one they talked about that he married in America and then he left.
Another one in America.
What happened? Yes, the one that he used to get his what is it called, documents. So becomes whether it's America or UK. He got married to somebody abroad to be able to get his papers. What happened to that woman?
Oh, they say it's UK. And they said LAILA is the one in Moroccan. And then they said Chantel was treated with I don't know what WZY is. All his wife drugs, only him. All right, finish your thoughts. I beg. Sorry, Jare Hilda, for interjecting you.
Then I don't know when has it become that I'm not doing again has now become a war, that if the person doesn't want to do, then you have to kill her.
No, you can't say that with African, the traditional man. You have to stay there. Okay, you have to stay there and work on your marriage. Tolerance. Okay.
Like in the 60s and 70s. This is Gen Z word. Yes, it you are right. But I'm just saying it that the thing is now public. And then you don't even know where to stop. You don't even know where to drop the boundary. And you will now come up tomorrow and say your enemies. You are the one bringing all these things to your enemy's door.
Yeah.
And you cannot wake up tomorrow and say my enemies are using her against me. If you didn't come out with Regina did this, Regina did it, your enemies will not have evidence to. They will just know that both of you are not in good terms.
They said they said he married 2 Moroccans. What happened to Nigerian women? Oh my God!
He said it now that he didn't want to marry Nigeria because he knows they might expose him. Nigerian women may be money loving in such a way.
Problematic. Argue. What did you call you guys? Masculine.
Stubborn.
Except Regina, of course. Regina was soft, a virgin. Now the new narrative is that she was on drugs. Was she a virgin or she was on drugs? It's got to be one of those two. It can't be 2 together at the same time.
You know those points. But sir, I kept thinking. I just have not been able to be convinced within myself. How are we so sure that Regina got married to that man with a clear mind?
I mean, I don't know. Regina is a fine girl, so maybe we can rewind our virginity too, just like the same way we rewind our age, rewind the age. Let me leave you alone, Lilda, because I want to get to other people. Thank you. Give me your last thought. You done? Did you land?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I am.
All right. All
Thank
right.
you.
Don't be a stranger. Thank you. I appreciate you.
You're
All
welcome.
right. All right. All right. All right. Nice one. Nice one. Let me bring Uncle Beno, our own Uncle Beno, to the stage. Uncle Beno, sir. How are you, sir? Uncle Beno, I finally know how to pronounce. Thanks to Obere, because I googled it as soon as she said it. I know how to say it now. Anioma, not Wanyoma. I was saying Wanyoma on the show yesterday.
It's Anioma.
Anioma, not Wanyoma. I was trying to. Now I'll do my research. Thank you, Uncle
Very,
Beno.
very large group of people. The community is so big.
Within the Igbo tribe, right?
Yeah, it's like the Igbo people that
Delta
settled
Igbo.
in Delta area for a very long time. So they are big enough to be a state on their own.
Gotcha.
So, anyway, MOP, make I no waste your time. I'm listening in the background, and I just wanted to chip in something about this whole scenario and about Nigerians generally. Is Sister Chinye here? Because Sister Chinye, I'm about to gaslight all of you guys for Nigeria now. All Nigerians. I'm about to gaslight all of you. You see, Nigerians are freaky emotional. We have to do better as Nigerians. Nigerians have this bad attitude that once they like somebody, they don't want to agree to the crazy side of that person. Whatever shortcoming the person got going, they don't really care. And when Nigerians hate someone, they just want him to fall down yakata. This matter is between Ned and his wife, Gina. It's nobody's business. Both of them are not paying anybody's bill. They are just trying. They live their life without us. Now that they now have their backbones, it shouldn't be our problem that we will get so emotional. We can't detach ourselves from the situation and look at what is really before us. I said all of this because of people are missing the point here.
Uncle Patrick Ahill, sir. Go ahead, sir.
So I said all of this because people are missing the main point here. What's more important here? To me, what's more important is Regina is on drug. That should be a major conversation. Not Ned, do that. Like I've told you before, Ned's Regina family, they are all bunch of, but I know qualify them. I know read them. There is nothing about them. If the family and Ned, if they can agree that a 60-year-old man should marry a girl, whether she's 70, 80, 20, or whatever nonsense it is, I really don't care, man. So they are all the same thing. Right now, the conversation shouldn't be we playing investigative journalists or playing detective. It should be what comes next. This guy is about to be messed up big time. Mark my word. If you know what happened to drug addicts, once they get out of the confine of control, you know, a lot of superstars, many of them are doing drugs, right? But they have people who control them. When they are super high, when they are about to mess up, maybe run naked on the street, do some nasty thing, there are people who clear the mess for them. If truly this guy is on drug, that means there are times over times that Ned have covered her nakedness. Even though Ned himself is part of the bigger problem. I don't know if you get where I'm going with this. So right now, I'm thinking the conversation should focus on what next for her. This her family, I'm so afraid of that family. Like, this family really don't care about this girl. We all can agree to some extent now that she's beginning to show symptoms or signs of somebody who is using. Only whoever want to cover their face that say, nah, it's a lie, they're lying. 2, 3, 4 people cannot be saying the same thing and you will say it's wrong. And the reason I'm really serious about this now is that as soon as LAILA came out now and published whatever she published, Nigerians online law, they are debunking, rephrasing contesting, arguing, drawing inferences. This thing look like Ned handwriting. Ned make LAILA write this. Ned. What if that is LAILA's story? What is wrong with us? They are all in this mess together. You remember the other time when this same guy came out, Regina, and said, yes, I did drug. And I said, this is this guy admitting that she's a drug addict. LAILA come out now, she's saying the same thing. Now you introduced me to drug. We are both doing this drug together. They live together. We don't live in our house. Don't let us come online and try to now become their lawyer. We don't live in their home. We don't know what they got going on. They are the one revealing their own secret. The only thing I think should be our primary concern right now is this guy has displayed to us that she's on something. What next? Because trust me, they will figure this out. They'll figure it out very soon. Either she go back, she doesn't go back, their marriage crash, she no crash. What coming next is one thing for Regina to run away from Nedo, but can you manage a drug addict? That's the question. Now, some of the narrative Ned put out there, even though I hate him talking that much, was, she was already using before I met her. Now, let me shock you, MOP.
Yes, sir.
I can actually agree that girl is using before met her. Because like I said, give me 100 girls and tell me if you're not going to struggle to find 98 of 170 years old that will agree to marry a 60 years old man. Just tell me. It's a very rare occasion. Very, very rare. 17 years old, fresh girl. She said, I almost want to kill myself. Oh, don't you all hear it? Oh, I'm going to marry again. And she's in the entertainment industry. Are we going to pretend that we don't know how dirty that industry could be? So I'm not even in support of all this. We are going back and forth. We now want to investigate what? They are in Nigeria. They will live their life however they want it. I'm just concerned about this innocent girl that her young life was stolen away from her. What is going to become of her after this? Because if truly she's deep into using, you don't want somebody who is depending on DRUGS. You don't want them to be in a place where they are in charge, in a place where they can pick phone and call their dealer, and their dealer will just show up. Or else, I pray the blood of Jesus heal her, but that is what we Nigerians are supposed to be talking about now. Not this one, I'm defending Ned, I'm defending Regina. It doesn't matter. Their life is not, it has nothing to do with our life. We go still enjoy life, we go still bubble now, their own life with that. But as parents, as adults, we have to be concerned with, okay, what is next? We want this guy to be free from this, but what are we doing about this drug thing? This guy already say a lot of things that I know a normal user will say. But you can come for me, I don't really care. That's why I'm Uncle Beno, I don't really care. The guy have said so much that those are the things that a user will say. Users don't think coherently. They don't have solid plan. They just talk. They say what they are not supposed to say. They reveal everything. This is a girl that was supposed to be a kind of reserved girl, right? But what is she saying now? She is widely, and we are interpreting it. Regina is just being Regina. Regina is just being her baby girl, little girl thing. You are looking at the signs and symptoms of somebody who is using heavily. Because she looks good now, her skin is looking fresh. Now I make una know what's up. Give her just a little time. I rest my case, MOP.
Thank you, Uncle Beno. I appreciate you. Quick question for you. So your conclusion is, well, we should probably leave them alone. Let them sort it out between themselves.
You say?
I said your conclusion is that we should leave them alone and let them sort it out between themselves. That's
not my conclusion. No. If we leave them alone, what are we going to be discussing? Let the drama continue. I'm just saying that as Nigerians, we should at least focus on what really matters. For me, in all of this, It's the drug that really counts for me as far as I'm concerned. It's not. I see. Is this Sister Maria that say Ned smear campaign has had impact on me or something? It's not about Ned smear campaign. My own thing is that as somebody who is also working in medical field, you don't want to joke with anything that has to do with drug. Let's call it what it is. We
So
all see
I'm
people
not.
use
I'm not.
things
I'm
like
not.
here,
I'm
and
not. I
now
don't.
it comes out.
No, not to you directly, Uncle Beno. I'm just reading Samuel's comment here. I don't think I've seen anybody saying that drug use is not a big deal. I don't think I've seen that anywhere. I think, if anything, the one person, to your point, Uncle Beno, the one person asking her to go to rehab is Ned Nwoko. But he has conditions. You have to go to Jordan, right?
Baba,
He has
I don't
conditions.
care. MOP.
So it
I
should.
really don't
You,
care.
you think she should go back and then go to Jordan,
Not
and then she
go
can
back.
Okay.
Not go back. Somebody has to pick it up from where Ned left off. It's just like this situation is like a brother who say, "Oh, my younger sister is being DV'd. I'm going to rescue my younger sister." You go to the younger sister's house, you fight the husband, you did everything, you get your younger sister out of the husband house. Now that the younger sister is living with you, you now discover that your younger sister has a lot of needs. You know, financially, she is so demanding, and then you are tired. Then you are like, no, you have to move away. You know, that means like you don't even have a plan before you went in to rescue her in the first place. So my point is, people should take that drug accusation seriously. LAILA that came out and said all of this, Nigerians are petty narratives. Instead of take it seriously, they are petty narratives. Remember, LAILA herself, is either she want to get out of that shit, or she too feel like, okay, Ned could be really a crazy man, but some of this thing that this girl is doing, you all don't live with us.
Let me ask you a
See
question,
what
Uncle
I'm
Beno,
saying?
before I let you
So,
go. Do you think Ned was doing Regina a favor by letting the whole world know about the drug addiction?
I think no, when you put it like that, it kind of sounds like, is it condescending? How do you people describe
No,
it?
I mean the question. I promise you, I mean the question.
That is not a favor. Ned simply let Nigerians know who they are dealing with. Remember
The reason why I asked the question, to be fair, is that I'm thinking about the angle that you say what we should be talking about is that issue of drug. That's a big deal. So I'm going by that logic, right? That maybe Ned was like, hey, since she wants to go, at least everybody should know that this girl is on drug. I wanted her to do this. I wanted her to do this. I wanted her to do this. That's why. And LAILA just said it too, that they just want you to stop drug use. So do you think he was doing her a favor?
No, that's not a favor. The reason Ned mentioned the drug is because Ned was, to me, I know that their marriage, we are just looking at it from outside. I think the reason Ned put the drug narrative out there is because the way they planned the whole thing, he didn't see it coming. And now her exit strategy is to accuse Ned of, what do we call it now?
Domestic violence.
Ned of domestic violence. So Ned just feel like, all right, what can I use to redeem myself so fast right now? Let me quickly let people know that the way this girl is moving, you guys did not know how she display in this household. Look, it's so hard. That's why sometimes I do a lot of ranting. When I wanted to express my mind, I like to just rant so that anybody with the team pay, may they sit down. Because sometimes when you say this thing on different platforms, it come off somehow and people might start having issues. The reality of the matter is, yes, Ned is a terrible man. Ned is a very bad man.
On what grounds are you saying that? On what
just
grounds
the
are you saying
narrative.
that?
I'm saying the narrative of what everybody is saying. Yes, he's a bad man, it's everything. But remember, this man lives with this girl, so this man provided for them, and he have people living in the same compound with them. You feel me now? So the fact that they have this breakup, and it's really messy. And Regina is accusing Ned of DV, which, of course, it could happen. As a polygamist, you can always slap them or do that, which he shouldn't have done. That still don't erase the fact that this guy might actually be behaving erratically in the house. We don't live there. Did you get what I'm saying now?
Right.
That doesn't remove the fact. So if Ned comes down and say, well, you guys, that video you are seeing, he's just one side of the story. Oh. This guy actually raised hell before she left my house. Oh. This is what she do. And she's a user. When she is high, she can really, really get this dangerous. I don't know if you get what I'm saying now. But I just don't want people to just, Ned is a bad man, Ned is a terrible man. Let's look at the fact. That's why I said, the way I see the whole thing, like I said on my show yesterday, both Ned, Regina, they are both manipulative. That's my own conclusion, as far as I can tell. And they are both trying to use whatever they have against each other. But me, professionally speaking, as soon as somebody is accused of using drug, and I watch that person, I see signs indicating that this person might be a user. I have, the way we were trained, anybody who is a healthcare professional can testify. Immediately, you are more concerned about safety than whatever they got going on. Is that not what we see here in America all the time? That as soon as you see somebody, he's on drugs, we don't care whatever your crime or anything. Let's first of all get you rehab. Let's get you off this shit first. That's what matters. So that's where I'm coming from. I don't care whatever they got going on. The both family is both messy. But this particular Regina that we like now, if they sweet, it look like say she's winning. But if she begin to crash, by the time all these people you think they like her now, by the time she go to club, maybe before when she go to club, Ned has maybe 2-3 people protecting her, guiding her. Now she's free like a wild animal. By the time she go to club, Shayo, you begin see her video up and down. Then it might be too late. That's just what I'm saying. So I don't care whatever they got going on in their life, but that drug thing, instead of we Nigerians to either put pressure on the family, I'm not saying she can't even go back to Ned, but let them get her a rehab. There is a reason. Yeah, I remember now, MOP. There is a reason Two-Face discarded Anne as if she meant nothing.
What is the reason?
I know this is a dangerous zone because Anne is a user. You don't want to live with somebody who is abusing drugs, MOP. Let's call it what it is.
But they're saying Two-Face is allegedly a user as well.
I don't care. When you live with somebody who is using drugs and you see them at their lowest moment, trust me, bro, you don't want them around. You want to stay far away from them as fast as possible. So that's the point. Two-Face is another problem on its own. But when you look at Two-Face, the way Two-Face just discard Anne, want to stay the head so far away from her, it takes a lot. And then what did everybody say? Everybody quickly rambling around Anne, right? Anne, go to rehab. We all saw it on national TV, don't we? Don't you watch the Rich and Famous African, whatever that show was? We all saw it. You can tell that this guy is a junkie. But what happened in the case of Anne? Everybody rallied around her quickly. They rushed her to rehab. That's what saved her. If not, it would have been worse. That's the point I'm making, Baba. For instance, me personally right now, if no matter how much I like you, the day I discover you, they smoke away, our own look away, Igbo. The day I found out you are smoking Igbo, I'm distancing myself from you quickly. Because I have seen how that can also mess people up. So my point is, we can discuss Ned, we can discuss this guy from now. We can discuss Ned, discuss Regina from now till tomorrow. The point is, Regina needs help. Let's focus on that and leave them. All these investigative journalists we are doing, it won't do anything. Although I like it for entertainment anyway. At least we have something to discuss. But as a dad, for me, I'm more concerned about
in one statement, because of time, you think Sowore should drop it? And
I
stop.
don't give an F. I don't give an F about Sowore. You should go and sit down somewhere.
You should sit down and leave this place.
Sowore is as vindictive as Ned himself. They are just
Yeah,
using Regina to go after each other. Baba, don't even ask me.
I already said nobody's going to be as vindictive as Sowore.
Yeah.
but let's leave it alone. Thank you, Uncle Beno. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Baba, take care.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me round up this show. Oh my God, you guys are hilarious in the chat. Oh my God. Not to say, I can't believe UB is saying we should focus on drug allegations over abuse, rape, and medical malpractice, or more another angle. Maybe we'll continue the show tomorrow. We definitely should continue tomorrow. I think that's what we're going to do. Mind you, Regina was mute until Ned came out. Let me check my messages. Okay. All right. Let's see here. They say you are taking Ned's side, but you are not taking Regina's. Wala. What is the drug? We don't know. Yes, Regina needs to go to rehab and dictators, but if a woman or wife said she doesn't want to be with a man again, Ned needs to leave her alone for her family and friends to help her get into rehab. Shout out to Temilade. I see you, Temilade. So why is not letting go? People are asking. People that abuse substance use it as a coping mechanism and it numb their pains. Nedu should leave her alone in order for her to find herself. Didn't Ned go to the club with Regina while she was smoking? Wala. Senator Ned wanted to destroy Regina. Okay, so let me see. I see some private chats here from Hilda and Ebere. Ebere said, Uncle Ben, thank you. Regina should go rehab, but not Ned Nwoko's house. Okay. Hilda says, same for you, sir. You are falling in love with Paned and refuse to see it's wrong. Are you now saying Regina should go back to him? Hilda is asking Uncle Beno. Regina is on drugs. Leave her alone to her family. Is it Ned's house that she will be safe? These are all valid questions. Paned should also leave Regina alone. I'm seeing a lot of that. I see a lot of that. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me just, I want to round up, okay, but let me pay some bills and then I'll round up. This is going to be my final thoughts for today.
Hey, imagine why?
I'll be right back.
This is Ola, Man of Prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoyed this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife Lola and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and Number 1 Red Flag. Yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here.
All right, so welcome back. All right, so I do have my own opinions on this stuff, and I think in the middle of my analysis I already gave a lot of them. I don't know what part of this series we're on right now. This must be about what, part 8, 9, 10, something like that. But there's a lot of things that we have to focus on here. I think one thing we can all agree to is that there's a power tussle going on here. Here's the news flash. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? You're right. There is always a power tussle going on in any relationship. Okay, that's the reality. But the real question is that where does the power fall in? And I think what side does it fall in on the most? That's the real question, right? And that's something we need to obviously assess, because this is divided right through the middle in terms of people's opinion, right? So who has the greatest power here? That's where we're going to get the greatest lesson from. Okay. While I respect everybody's opinion, would think they are both, Uncle Beno being the leader of the real fam, I've seen a few people say, no, they are both. I don't really do that when it comes to relationship, because I don't really think we learn anything with respect to relationships, because that's my angle. We don't learn anything from that, right? The fairness game. Let's just be fair. I don't play that fairness game. I just don't. I don't think any one of us learn anything from that. Instead, I want to focus on you as an individual. Okay, I want to focus on you, and I want to do everything in my power to empower you. Okay, because you are going to be playing what we call the game of life and love. So you have two choices. Okay, one of those choices is not to pick your partner as your enemy. That's not one of you. That's not because once you try to play the fairness game, you are picking your partner as your enemy. Okay, once you start doing that, okay, and it's obvious that that's where Ned and Red, that's where they fall now, right? They are both each other's enemy, right? Let me say my own part of the story to beat you down. Let me say my own part of the story to beat you down. Okay, so that's the game that they're playing. And guess what? You don't have to use drugs before you play that game. People that don't use drugs, especially innocent people like Ned, they tend to play that game the most because they always come from this angle of, I'm innocent, I'm a man of good character, so you should be fair to me. And I always laugh because they clearly don't know. First of all, they don't know how relationships work, and they don't know women. Okay, she multiplies everything you bring to the table. If you know women, you will never bring them into your life only to play a fairness game with them. You will realize, you will learn very quickly that you need to have better wisdom than playing fairness with your wife or putting yourself in a place of competition with your partner. Ladies, the same thing goes for you. If you find yourself where you're in this power tussle back and forth with the person that you are falling on their bola every other night, you go collect. Okay, you're going to scatter that relationship. I don't care if you mean to do it. I don't care if it was your intention. If in any remote way you are in a competition with your romantic partner, you're going to scatter it. Because obviously somebody has to win. Because this idea that everybody is equal is not realistic. There's no fairness. In love and war, there's no fair. So what's the other choice that you have? You can pick your partner as your enemy, or you can bring them on your team. Bringing them on your team is highly rewarding, but it's going to take work. Because the reality is that you're a human being. Sometimes you feel like they're not being fair. That's the reality. Okay? Oftentimes you feel like they're not being fair to you. Right? They should be fair to you. Like, that's not nice. You see, anybody that's taking any side in all of this, if you take side with Regina, it's because you think that guy is not being fair. If you're taking side with Ned, by the way, if you're in between, you're taking side with Ned. Let's scatter that first of all. If you're in between, you're taking sides with Ned. That's my declaration. That's my opinion. Okay. So if you're on the side of Ned, you are thinking somebody is not being fair. You're thinking Regina is not being fair for going into that marriage. And taking advantage of that innocent Ned, Nwoko, big man, right? If that's how you're thinking fairness. That's my opinion. And when it comes to real life romantic relationship, that game does not work. Okay? What you need to do is get them on your team, both of you against the world. And sometimes that's difficult, but that's the hurdle you have to jump through. That's the work in front of you. It's a uphill battle, but if you can make it through that, you become a force. But in a polygamy space, that can be quite difficult because you have LAILA, and LAILA also wants to be a part of the team. What are the chances that two wives will become a part of the team? What are the chances? Let's say, for example, let's say LAILA is right, that she was introduced into drugs by Regina, right? Both of them are getting high, and maybe all 6 of them are getting high, except innocent Uncle Ned. Let's say that was the case, right? And then Uncle Ned, being the clean man, the clean one among the family, right? He doesn't like Bekus that's high. That's what Regina said. But that's what she said, allegedly, right? He doesn't like Bekus when you're high, okay? That's not what he likes. Let's say Uncle Ned is a man of good character, but he manages to talk his wife, LAILA, out of drug, and she got clean, and she went back home, including after her BBL was dragged, because I heard that he accused her of doing BBL. which is, it makes sense. Like, you accused her of doing drug back then too. Maybe that was the case, right? So imagine that. So you talk her out of it. Then Regina will start to feel some type of way. So I'm the druggie that's in this house, Abi. You see, there's no unity. There's one target in all of this. There's one target. The target is unity. Getting to unity is the objective between a husband and a wife, or a husband and wives. That's the objective is unity. Getting to unity can be very difficult. Okay, with one wife it's already difficult. With a second wife, multiply that by 20,000 times. It's just difficult. Okay, but if you can do it, shout out to you. You know, but that's the game that you're playing. The objective is unity. The moment there's division, the house divided against itself cannot stand. It doesn't matter if we're talking about drugs. It doesn't matter if we're talking about a politician like Ned. Okay, it's only worse for him because everything is magnified, of course, right? It doesn't matter if it's social media. Well, social media will magnify things for you, but it's already very difficult, even in a private home. How much more when there's social media and there's politics and there's power stuff and stuff like that. So the question I have for the rest of you is, who has the greatest power from everything we can see? Not just that, who knows that they have the greatest power and they're using it as we speak right now against the other person? So two things, two conditions. Whoever has the greatest power that also know that they have the greatest power. Okay, two conditions must be passed. Two conditions. That person is the manipulator. There cannot be two manipulators. I'm not going to give you the answer. I'll let you have the answer for yourself. Okay, two conditions. The person has the greatest power. They know they have the greatest power. They are using it. Okay, so let me break that down real quick. We're trying to define what a manipulator is in a relationship. I don't care about dictionary meanings. That's stupid as far as I'm concerned. We're talking about in real life now, in the midst of a relationship context. Ned, let's say, for example, he has the greatest power. Let's say that's your opinion. But he also knows that he has the greatest power. Or let me add a little small caveat. He thinks he has the greatest power. Third, I just added some more. He's using it. Let's flip it. Let's say Regina Daniels. Let's say that she has the greatest power. 15 million monitoring spirit is not your mate. Follow us on social media. 8 million on TikTok. That's a lot of people. That's power. Okay? And you better know what you're doing with that kind of power. You need strategy. Whatever your objective is. I know that she already wants to run away. The person that wants to keep her is Ned. In my opinion, he wants to keep her. Okay? Because allegedly what we heard is that because is sweet when it's high. That's what she said. I didn't say it. Okay? So let's say Regina has the greatest power. And she knows or think she has the greatest power. Let's say that's your opinion, right? And now, thirdly, she's using that power. Well, she is using it because she's posted a few things, right? If those three things are true, then Regina is the manipulator. There cannot be two manipulators in this conversation. I'm sorry. That's the easy way out. So if you think, let's finish like this. I got to finish in 3 minutes. If you think Ned passed all three conditions, put a 2 in the chat. If you think Regina passed all three conditions, put a 1 in the chat. I'm coming to it. I'm going to look at that real quick. If you think Uncle Nedu has all three conditions, what's the three conditions? He has the greatest power. He knows or think he has the greatest power. He's using the greatest power. If you think that about Uncle Nedu, put a 2 in the chat. If you think about Regina, put a 1 in the chat. And let's declare on this show what the poll says is the manipulator. There cannot be two manipulators. I'm not going to let us have that easy way out. I'm sorry. Sowore is just an innocent bystander who was also arrested illegally for saying there are mosquitoes in someone's house, according to him. I'm not going to drag my Uncle Sowore. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say he's doing the Lord's work as he's always done the Lord's work. Wait, I'm seeing 2. Where's the rest of them? Let me see. Where's the rest of the votes? Let me go on YouTube directly. so I can end the show. While we're waiting on that, I'm seeing a bunch of twos. There's no ones. Come on now. Come on now. Come on, come on, come on. There's no ones. There's got to be some ones now. I don't see any one. I'm seeing two. Hey. Anyway, in terms of let me say a couple of things. Emotions are a constant. So let's not worry about who is emotional or sentimental here. It's a constant. If these things are not emotional, there will not be no shows. Ebere talked about 16 years, that she said 16 years 3 times. I'm not sure if I can put too much weight on that. I think most of the ladies these days, they will say they're turning 30 and they will continue to repeat that. I think it's just a banterful talking point. I'm not really going to make much big deal out of that because honestly, if anything, it makes it worse, right? Then also that people said that she had been high. Uncle Beno said he believes that. You know, it's a possibility. You never know. That's why I narrowed everything down to power. Let's narrow everything down to power. Manipulation does not mean that the other person does not have things they've done wrong, that the victim has not done anything wrong, right? It doesn't mean that the victim has not done anything wrong. That's why you can't say, hey, why are you dressed like that too? You can't say stupid stuff like that. I'm sorry. Why are you dressed like that too when we're talking about grape? Please, gentlemen, we got to fix that. You can't say that. One person is the villain, the other person is the victim. If you go to court, that's, after all, you like the court system. Isn't that what they're looking for? Who is going to be the most guilty? So why are you changing it now? Don't change it. Somebody is the victim. Somebody is the villain, okay? So anytime somebody violates another person's human rights, they become the villain. It doesn't matter if they're of good character. It doesn't matter if they have never tasted drug in their lives. That's not how the real world works, okay? That may be a moral character, how we were raised. Me too, I was raised not to touch drugs. That has nothing to do with how things work in the grand scheme of things. In short term, in your personal life, please don't do drugs, kids. Please do not, okay? It's true. It's very destructive, okay? But we also know that people that do some of the worst things can be victims. Okay. So I've chosen, my opinion is that what Sowore posted there, that passport is the real deal. Because I have to match it with what the father said. That father mentioning the hospital is not one of those fathers that doesn't know. You're right that some fathers don't pay attention. Okay. Let me read a couple of comments and then we'll call it a day. Somebody said, they are liars. Listen, there's going to be lies in everybody's story. If you're sitting down there pinpointing who is telling the lie, everybody is going to tell lies because they're telling their own truth. And in their own truth, what they see is not always what the other person sees. And sometimes they're outright liars. But I think for the most part, it's people telling their stories and you're calling it liars. And you can even see couple when they pick themselves as their enemy in the middle of their argument, they say, no, you lie, you're a liar. Every time you tell your partner you're a liar, well, you too, you're a liar, most likely. He accused her of infidelity too. Okay. When we look at all of these lineups, thank God everybody agreed here, including shout out to Ebere, Hilda, and Uncle Beno. Everybody agreed here that Uncle Ned is not innocent. Okay, it's only me that said is the innocent one. Nobody said he was innocent among all 3 panelists. This questionable Naija men and babes that do that's what that child girl finished that Okunrin that year, and she's in Kirikiri now. I want Ned gang. We got to be careful, gentlemen. This mindset is the issue here. The mindset is the issue. We're going to continue to get in trouble if we don't work on that mindset. In life, there are priorities. You have to prioritize things, including our concepts, including our ideologies. Our ideologies can be very complex, and you have to prioritize things when you're assessing things. And yeah, there's always going to be a best test. There's always going to be a worst test. Trying to play fairness in romantic relationship will never work. Okay, the only thing closest to fairness is to make sure that that person is on your team. That's easier said than done because they're going to do things that make you feel feel like they were being unfair. So that there's more work to do, because you can easily gravitate towards your feelings, emotions, and sentiments and say they were being unfair. They should be an adult too. I'm telling you, and I'm putting it to you right now, that will never work, because in love and war, all is fair. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I think we may be back at most in 2 days, okay? Because this story, we'll see. Just make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you turn up your notifications so you're notified whenever we go live. Hopefully, you've been enlightened, educated. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
This is Ola, man of Prestige, your favorite relationship and marriage coach. If you enjoyed this, smash that like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs it. Be a part of the Prestige family. My wife Lola and I have written 2 powerful books, Get My Marriage Back and Number One Red Flag. Yours free at manofprestige.com. For personal coaching, send me a WhatsApp request for consultation to +1 732 305 8577. Stay tuned for more. Your journey to love and prestige starts here.